What's going on, guys? Have been posting a video in a long time. Right now, just sitting in the parking lot, doing my Uber. I also do Lyft too. I started this back in November with Uber, and I actually joined Lyft a few months ago. Don't get that many hits on Lyft, but Uber, it's usually more popular out here in the Boston, Massachusetts area than it is with Lyft. But I do get a few hits out there. I'm gonna let you in on a couple of key secrets about Uber and Lyft. I'm probably gonna get my ass chewed out. They're probably gonna refuse me to let me work with them after I tell you guys this. But the search for Uber, and they also have something called for Lyft called Prime Time. It's a way for us drivers to know which areas in the state or the city that we are residing in is at for a rate. The normal rate is 1 times the amount, which is, so if your fare is normally like about $6 to go from, say, down the street from your house to a local bar because you want to go out, drink, and have a good time and you want to be safe, to surging, or what they call prime time. Prime time is rated at 25% to anywhere above. So it could be from 25% to up to 200% or 300%, whatever they tell us. And it all depends on key areas. The surge is the same exact thing, but they do 1.5 to 1.2 times the rate. So what it was before was Uber, when I first started, used to have this big old blob. What city you were in at the time, like where friends of mine usually go is like Boston. Boston at certain times would surge at anywhere from 1.2 to up to 2.5 times the rate. Now, I haven't been on Uber since December of this 2015, and I recently came back on. They did a nice little update for us, and they actually broke it down because it got so busy. It went from one blob to being a little octagon honeycomb square of each little individual areas of surging. So if you're on a street and it's 1.2 times the rate, 3 streets over it could be 1.4 times the rate. Now this is why I'm getting to the point why they say that I might not be able to go on Uber or Lyft anymore. Uber will notify you that the rates are surging before you even confirm. They will tell you that it's like 2.5 times the rate or whatever it is, and for you to automatically enter that, so that way you know for an agreement. You can actually look for a cheaper way to do your ride. Say if you're in Los Angeles, the area you're in is at 1.5 or 1.8 times the rate. 3 streets, you can fish over and scroll in a different location and try that area to see if it's surging at the same rate, or if it's less, or if it's more. Do your research on it. Don't just say, okay, I agree, I have to get. You can manage to, if it's 3 streets down and it's surging at a different rate, whether it's lower or higher, and if you want to go, and hopefully you want to go for the lowest, then what you can do is you can actually see how long the wait time is, and if it's 2 minutes, walk right over to that area where you looked at and then put yourself in there. That way you could save yourself a little bit of cash. I mean, like in Salem on Halloween, I know it's probably going to be this year probably like 5 times the rate like what it was last year, this past Halloween. But now that it's going to be broken up into little honeycomb areas of where it's hot and where it's not. So if you're in like an designated area like that, one area of Salem could be surging at 4.5 times, and another area could be at 5 times, and another one could be at 3.5 times. Now you need to get a ride out, and the area that you're in is at 4.5 times. You do your research that, okay, it's 5 times over here, but 6 streets, about a couple blocks down, it's only surging at 4.5 times or 4 times. We'll make the walk. It's not. It could say it could save you some time. You know, walking a few minutes can save you a few extra bucks. It's a difference between a ride costing you anywhere from, when it's surging, say anywhere from $15 to $100, depending on the rate, to all the way. It could save you anywhere between a few bucks to all the way up to 20 or 30 bucks. I mean, it's all on you. And with Lyft, they do the blocks. We see the blocks. I don't go in them. I don't care, because I don't get that many rides from Lyft. It's very hard, especially up in the Boston area. Everybody's prolonged with Uber. They like Uber. The only difference that I see with Uber and Lyft when I work is Uber does not have anything for a tip app on the bottom, and people think that they don't tip because it's included with the fare. It's not. I do get a few occasional tips. I don't ask for them. I usually conversate with my riders. They're very nice. Lyft has that option. You can do whatever the amount is, or you can enter your own, which is good because it's all digital. You don't have to worry about handing cash over to somebody that you don't know and not knowing if they have change on them or not, like a taxi. And it mitigates every type of transaction, and it's good that way because it actually helps, you know, on both ends. We don't have to worry, us as drivers, we don't have to worry about getting robbed for the cash that was at hand. For the person that's in the back, they don't know who their driver is, what their capabilities are. If they pull out cash, they don't know whether they're gonna pull out a knife or try to attack them to steal their money, or you know, I've been hearing a lot of bad things. I'm not one of those guys. I'm actually one of the courteous ones that comes around. I try to make it upbeat. I tend to talk a lot, but it is what it is. Now, if you look at those surges in the prime times, it's a difference of saving yourself some money. And I'm doing this as a person, as a human being, not somebody who's pissed off with Uber. I'm not pissed off with Uber. I'm not pissed off with Lyft. I'm not, because this is a part-time job for me. I could care less. I have a full-time job that I'm happy about. But I'll tell you, it's on you on if you want to do that or not. If you want to save yourself a couple extra bucks, or if you want to get in a car in a hurry, depending on how fast you need that ride. My name's Tim. I appreciate you guys' time. I know it's been about 8 minutes talking, but these are the fundamentals that I want to help with the people that I know that follow me. If you know anybody else that wants to follow me about these videos or have any other questions about Uber, feel free to post them underneath. Same with Lyft. And what I'll do is I'll probably post a future video about Uber or Lyft about these things, and I'll put your name in the video as well, just so that way we know who the question came from. Thank you very much. Bye.